Have you ever felt like everyone else has it figured out and you're the only one who doesn't? Turns out, you're not the only one. This is Max. He just opened his phone to check one notification. In the next few minutes, he's going to feel like he's falling behind in life. And nothing about his actual life will have changed. It starts with 5 free minutes and an open app. He opens it just to check. A friend just got promoted. Another just got engaged. Someone's on a beach somewhere he's never been. Someone just bought a house. Someone's showing off arms he doesn't have. A couple he barely remembers from school is celebrating 5 years together. Nothing about his own day is different from an hour ago. But somehow it feels worse than it did an hour ago. He puts the phone down. Picks it up again 10 minutes later. Same feeling, a little heavier this time. Here's what's strange, nothing in Max's actual life changed in those 10 minutes. So why does he suddenly feel like everyone else is doing better than him? Comparing ourselves to other people isn't new. Humans have always done it, with neighbors, with classmates, with the family down the street. Psychologists have a name for it, social comparison. It's one of the main ways we figure out how we're doing, because most things in life don't come with a scoreboard. What changed isn't the habit, it's 2 things underneath it. The first is sample size. Max used to compare himself to maybe 20 or 30 people he actually knew. Now, in one scroll, he compares himself to hundreds. A promotion, a wedding, a vacation, a new apartment, all in the same 5 minutes. The second is what he's actually comparing. He's putting his full, complicated, actual life, the stress, the boring parts, the doubt, next to everyone else's highlight reel. The one good photo, the one big update, not the 6 months of nothing in between it. And it's not even a fair sample of other people's highlights either. The posts that spread the furthest tend to be the most impressive ones, so the feed doesn't just show Max a random slice of everyone's life, it quietly sorts for the best moments and pushes those to the top. Researchers call comparing yourself to people who seem to be doing better upward comparison, and it's the kind most strongly linked to feeling worse about yourself, especially when you're just scrolling, not actually trying to learn or improve anything from it. It's a bit like judging your own rough draft against 100 people's highlight reel and grading yourself on the difference. There's a reason this hits as hard as it does. For most of human history, the people you compared yourself to were the people around you, a few dozen, maybe a couple hundred, all real, all people you'd actually see again. Your brain's comparison instinct was built for that world. It has no separate setting for a few hundred curated strangers scrolling past on a screen. It just runs the same program it always has, measuring you against whoever's in front of it, except now what's in front of it is nonstop, and none of it was ever meant to be seen this way. And here's where it goes further. Max doesn't just feel this, he starts acting on it. The next time something good happens to him, he thinks about how to post it. Which photo, which angle, what to leave out. Multiply that by everyone else doing the exact same thing, and the whole feed becomes a hall of mirrors, everyone comparing their real life to everyone else's edited one, while quietly editing their own. It's not just careers either. How put together someone's kitchen looks. How happy someone's relationship seems. How much fun someone's kids are having on vacation. Every part of a life laid out for comparison, all at once. Eventually, it goes one step further than editing what he shows. Max starts picking things partly because they'll look good, not because he actually wants them. A trip he chooses for the photos. A gym he joins because of who else posts from there. It even reaches the good moments he's not planning to post. Halfway through an actual sunset, part of him is already framing the shot instead of just watching it. A dinner with people he loves, and for a second he's picturing the photo more than tasting the food. He's not choosing to do this. It's just running in the background now, some part of him always half watching his own life from the outside, the way a stranger scrolling past would see it. It happens quietly. He doesn't decide to stop mentioning the hard parts of his week, or to start choosing his life around how it'll look. He just does, a little more each month. And the strange part is, the people he's comparing himself to are probably scrolling through their own feed later that night, feeling exactly the same way about him. So is it Max's fault for comparing himself to others? Not really, that part of him has been running since before he could talk. The problem isn't that he compares. It's that one side of the comparison was never real to begin with. So the next time Max looks at someone else's life and feels like he's falling behind, maybe the interesting question isn't whether he's actually doing worse. It's whether he's comparing his real life to someone else's highlight reel. And if that sounds familiar, you're not the only one who's caught themselves doing it too.